We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go on EA Sports. And that's well done by the kicking team, who's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
There we go.
On the ground, this is Ashton Genty. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he is gone. 82 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Avante Turpin on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll lead to a second down.
So I promise you all week, as they built this defensive game plan, Mike, they knew exactly where he was going to line up on every snap. And based on where he was in the formation alignment, they were going to have certain checks and calls to build their coverage from him, and then to all the rest of the eligible receivers. So They're going to have eyes on him. They're going to have bodies in space. There's going to be contact at the catch point, because if you just try to guard him with one guy, he is a nightmare to deal with.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big connection from Dak to CD, and even 30 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
Yeah, here we go, 46. 26.
First carry now for Jaden Blue. And he'll get about 5.
He was taken down on the 22-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, here we go. Under. 26.
A run once more with Blue. He's taken down just shy of the 10. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Yeah! Here we go. Here we go, 47. 26.
Play fake. Prescott. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So you find yourself down here in the red zone. This is where it's critical for the quarterback, Mike, to understand he's only got 2 options. Put the ball in a spot where your guy can catch it, or in a spot where nobody can catch it. And unfortunately for them, this time ends up being the latter.
Dak going to give this to Blue. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Taken down.
3rd and long. Quick throw, and it's going to wind up incomplete. That is the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This one will be from 37 yards out. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys, they're on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 2. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. They'll send a tight end in motion. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. It's Smith. Oh, man, open. Downfield is Thornton. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big play there for the Raiders. 62 yards. So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Middle.
Now into Gente running right. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Gente. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Smith. He's got his man. That's Thornton. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Just 58.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the gun, it's Gino. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
A 2nd down throw for Smith. Good blocking, and he's in. Geno Smith, touchdown Las Vegas. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. And that will wind up incomplete. 0-0s on the clock. The 1st quarter has come to an end. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Raiders with the early lead. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. Second and 10.
Hey, 47. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. 26.
Prescott now. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin White.
He's just late on that throw. I don't even think he ever saw that defender drop into the zone, and it ends up costing the team the ball.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Gente. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 4.
Number 6 brings up second and 4.
Keep it on the ground with Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now third and 4.
Middle.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer.
There's the clip.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And that is incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Hey, let's go Wednesday. Run line.
Gino gonna throw for it. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Gonna give the ball over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
All right, hey. Here we go 47. Here we go 47. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Hey, kill. Here we go 26.
On second down, it's Dak. It's into the hands of Jaden Blue. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Dallas.
Hey, 47. 26.
Now Prescott. Quick throw here is complete. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
They'll throw again. Dak. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Elandon Roberts. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Understanding the coverage shells of cover 2 is critical, especially for the linebackers, Mike. They're responsible for those underneath zones. There is some vulnerability to this coverage unit if you don't have guys who understand their assignments. But I'll tell you what, this guy definitely was paying attention in meetings because he was in the right place at the right time, and he's able to come away with the big hit.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty.
Hey, here we go.
A run right here, and it's Genty. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
In motion, that's Thornton. Smith now to throw on first down. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Throwing on second down. Smith. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it's going to be third down.
10 yards to go.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
It's a pickup of 12. First down, Vegas.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Smith. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Strike! No ball! Dash left!
They'll go play action. It's Smith. Down to the 10. And he's in. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Raiders.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here's Turpin. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Prescott on first down. He's going to air this one out. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Prescott. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
First down.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. They bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Smith. He's got his receiver, and that's Jack Pass. And and he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On 1st and 10, it's Tite. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
On 2nd down, Smith. Got his man at the 6. And he's in. What a drop. Ashton Tite. Touchdown, Vegas. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3.
Tight.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend the return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's caught downfield by Pickens. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. First down, Prescott. He'll get past to Javonte Williams. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And in the end zone and intercepted. And a nice return there. He is taken down up close to the 35-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, get a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Check 58. 13X. There's the clip.
Smith to throw on 1st down. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Back to throws, Prescott. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
Hey, kill. Hey, 47. 26.
Again, Prescott to the air. That's complete to Tite. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 12.
46.
First down, Cowboys.
47. 26.
Prescott again. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. C.P. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League is not only the ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Play action now. It's Gino. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
It's a gain of 11. And the Las Vegas first down.
On 1st down is Smith. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Smith going to keep this himself. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Pick up there of 13. Good for a Raider 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Rico, no chance at all. He'll go down. So after the loss on 1st, here's the 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. It's Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. This is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. This one's incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball on down.
Oh, that's a great job there defensively. They know exactly where that first down marker is. It looked for a minute like he was going to be able to pick up enough yards to convert on that fourth down, but he doesn't. He's just shy, and that is a...
And he's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. That his second touchdown tonight.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Raiders 28, Cowboys 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. He'll take this from 3. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Off the play fake. Smith. Forced to his right. First down throw there is incomplete.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen in a winning effort that I can recall in a long time.
As he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. It might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Really can't afford to go 3 and out here, Mike. I know you got the lead, but it's not unsurmountable by any means, especially after they just scored their last time out. So they've got to dial up their best third down protection, best third down play, whatever it is, by any means necessary. They've got to keep this drive alive.
The offense not coming off of the field, and here's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Chino on the throw. He's got his man. That's Best.
You know what's going on with
Down the right sideline. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will extend this third quarter lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's first and 10. Now Prescott. That's out wide to Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he gets to the 45-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And When you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here first and 10. They'll throw again. Dak. He's got it at the 7. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Here's a design.
Oh my God, man.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. Shotgun snap for Prescott. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. Now they'll be looking at third and goal.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those are always going to go your way.
Third and goal for Prescott. He's got it at the 3.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge shot.
He's up to the 20. Now he gets free up the right sideline. To the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 97 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Carlson now, and they'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown.
Get down. Here we go, 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he could. That pass ball is incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage. And that's a great example why.
Yeah, here we go. Right to the goal. 47.
Second down, Prescott. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. From the shotgun, it's down. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a first down. To the air again. Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Dak can throw it here on first down. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is going to be all in. He's got it. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of the hard work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this point.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Hey, let's go Sunday. Everyone's along. Here's the ball.
Tino to throw. He'll push this one downfield for Howard. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, we're going to the We're going to be 13 next.
Here's Gino. Moving to his right. He's going to try it here again. That's caught. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. They continue to add points, Greg. Very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Here's Carlson down. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here's Turpin. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
On first and 10, Prescott. Oh, for the fifth time, he is intercepted.
Oh, God, dude.
And he is going to bring this one back. A DB stream. A pick six for touchdown. Now Carlson to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders add on to their already sizable lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Short kick taken at the 17. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. first down. Prescott. That's complete to Blue. He's close to a first down. The gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Second and 1 at the 40-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Here we go.
Again, Prescott to the air. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 38 yards. Prescott again. This pass right side, caught by Lamb.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 9-yard line.
On second down, it's Dak. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is Max Crosby. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up third and long. To throw is Dak. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you jump the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Hey, here we go, Sunday. Hey, we go, Tuesday right here. Sunday.
Smith now to throw on first down. Oh, he did all he could to get away. They're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. Now the Raiders are going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with even 20 seconds to go. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Hey, Trio, read
Back, Gino. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. I had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. In motion, that's Thornton. Slot man in motion left. On third down, they go with Genchi.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got it backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play calls, let alone run. Sit a couple guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
Let's see what they do here. This is fourth and long. Man in motion here. Here's Tucker. They go, and here's a hot pass to the receiver coming through. He runs free, right side. He's inside the 30. And they're going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So this one, a win for the Raiders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Tite. This has been a presentation of the NFL